Time to talk business with our partners 2 Degrees. Our Reserve Bank makes its next call on the interest rates later today, the OCR. Yesterday, Australia didn't move. Business Desk Garth Bray with me. Garth, good morning.
Good morning, Ryan.
So there's arguments for both sides, but the consensus seems to be no cut, just hold.
Yeah, 1 in 7 chance, I think, is roughly what people are pricing for a 25 basis point cut. So pretty unlikely, given that there are only 6 people making the decision. But I guess a little bit of an indication there out of Australia yesterday at how a similar kind of economy is looking at a similar kind of a problem, which is, is it the right time now to continue sort of dousing down the fire? And I guess maybe that's the argument, that the put this in context of 225 basis points, 2.25% worth of cuts over the last period where they've been easing since last year.
Yeah.
If they're firefighters, they're dampening down the hotspot stage rather than wanting to sort of pour it on to put out the fire.
The Aussies have got a lot more to go, don't they? They're 3.85, we're 3.25.
Yeah.
But they're holding for, they've got the same worry we do. Our CPI is what, 2.5%?
Volatile, yeah.
And it doesn't take much to bump you up to 3 and then you...
And they're saying, I guess, the Governor Michelle Bullock was saying, look, that it's only just been back inside their target rate of 2 to 3% for 1 quarter. So they're like wanting to see how inflation drops over there before they go again. So it's delayed, not denied.
Crouch, there we go. Crouch and hold. Crouch and hold. Hey, Google AdWords rather, is putting investments in front of people who shouldn't really be seeing them.
Well, that's the suggestion really when you take a look at it. We've got this wholesale investment regime here, which is shorthand for investments for rich people, people who can afford to lose a bunch of money and it doesn't completely clean them out, or they're sophisticated, they've been around a bit, so they don't need full disclosure on that investment. And what we're seeing is companies that offer those things are able to buy the AdWords and various other kinds of things on Meta and other platforms to sort of put that up there. The companies that are having to offer more kind of structured retail investments where there's a product disclosure statement and all that kind of thing attached are kind of crying foul, because they're seeing ads for some of these slightly riskier wholesale investments pop up when you search for their products. And so you're sitting there at home going, Google, term deposits, good.
But they can get FMA'd, can't they?
Well, it's not an area that's heavily regulated at the moment, so they can't really. And we're relying a lot on Google to and the platforms to try and police this. Google says that it's got strict policies for financial service advising. Meta doesn't seem to, though, here so much. So, they'll take something down if it's objected to, but no one's actively kind of policing this. And I guess there's a risk that people are seeing stuff that's really not meant to be for them. Yeah,
it's hard, isn't it? Because it's like the town square. If you go in the town square and yell obscenities, to them, that's what Google is, isn't it?
Yeah.
So are they? Can you police every street corner? I suppose would be their argument.
Now I know we were talking about the Moor this morning and bringing back the Moor, but I just wanted to share some news that Winston Peters and NZ First want to bring back cash. Cash transaction protections bill. It's something they've put to try and sort of make it compulsory for traders to accept cash if it's under $500. Brilliant. So there's a sort of a little call to the past. Very
popular in Europe at the moment with the Russians knocking on the door. They want to make sure, and it's true, they want to make sure everyone's got enough cash in the back pocket should they need to survive some sort of blast, some sort of nuclear fallout.
They flew it in for Gabrielle and places like that, but look, most days, put it on the plastic, right?
Garth, appreciate your time this morning. Garth Bray from Business Desk, and we talk business every day thanks to our partners 2 Degrees.